So hello, I'm here with Wiley Buns. Say hello, Isla. So yeah, the title is correct. I don't know if it's gonna be distracting or not. I might get put off. But last year I watched 1,600 movies, not including any rewatches. Including rewatches, I did a little bit more than that. But 1,600 different movies. I watched it on the way. I watched movies on the way to work, on the way back from work, and my lunch break. Yeah. I did a lot of movies. So I watched movies on the way to work, on my lunch break, on the way home from work. I watched them with my wife, with Isla. So yeah, it sounds like a lot. It's just consistent. It's like 3 to 4 a day. It's not hard. It's just the consistency is what is impressive, I guess. But what I wanted to do today, along with giving Isla her biscuit, is to go through my stats to see who my top directors are, my top actors, just all the good information, all the best information. Here you go. So without further ado, I guess we'll just jump straight into it. So I've got my stats there on Letterboxd. If you haven't got Letterboxd, definitely get it. And here we go. So as you can see there, a lot of different countries. It is what it is. It is what it is. But we've got lots of different facts here. We've got lots of different facts for you. A lot of hours. Let's ignore the hours. Like I said, a lot of it is travel time or time that, like, I'm not wasting activities by just chilling, and watching a movie. Like, it's kind of like the in-between time that I'm watching movies. So I haven't really wasted any time, I don't think. I probably have, but you know what I mean. So the first thing we have is the highest rated movies. I've done a video on my highest rated movies from last year. Anatomy of a Fall is definitely up there. Oppenheimer's probably one of the best. Iron Claw's not showing up here, but it's definitely one of the best, wouldn't you say, Isla? But we do have just the movies I watched in general last year, which were also pretty good. There we go, we got Parasite. I've already seen that one. The big one on this list I've never seen before was Memories of Murder, which was amazing. And After Sun. Oh, and 12 Angry Men. Oh, jeez, there's so many. But there's a lot of movies I watched last year, obviously. But these are, there's no bad movie on this list. However, the thing I'm most excited for is the by-week section, which we're going to go to now, which shows you how many movies I watched each individual week. So, there you go. So I got 30 a week, which is what I kind of, I think a big part of this is doing it, like, keeping consistency. So if you look at my different days here, we got Monday, Tuesday, 270, and then we got like 220s, and then the last 2 days are very consistent, actually. All about 220. Tuesday's my day off. If you look Saturday, Sunday, they're like one apart each way. And all the weekdays are about 220, and then my day off Tuesday is a bit of a peak. But yeah, really it's about consistency. Week one, I did about 30 movies, and then it was just trying to make sure I didn't go too below that. I think my lowest I did was 22 in 1 week, which is still more than 3 a day. And yeah, it's, once you do 30 1 week, next week you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do about that. I mean, you do maybe a bit more, a bit less. It's just about kind of keeping up with it. Also, a big thing, which I'll get to later on after the stats, is the kind of making it fun, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, as you can see, my first movie, Akira, very good. Last movie I wanted to end with Big Bang or Big Bookend, so I went with Godfather Part 2. And yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that 65 is my 500th movie, because it's a bad movie. Most watched though, we've got a couple that I rewatched. We got Paddleton 3 times, Good Will Hunting 3 times, Memory of Murder 3 times, After Sun 5 times. I got the 5th one in on the last day, but specifically just so I could say I've seen it 4 times. There's no more, darling. Yeah, we got genres. We got 850 for drama, thrillers next, comedy, action, adventure. Horror with 270, I'm very impressed by the way, because I don't like horrors. Well, I do now, but not at the time. Languages though, 90 Japanese, 90 movies in Japanese is crazy. Yeah, like, I try to go through the different countries in a good way, and then, as you can see with my top actors, Samuel Jackson, 21 movies. That makes sense, he's a lot of movies. Gary Oldman, though, is very interesting. He's in the Harry Potters, he's in this and that, but him, that's a very big surprise. Matt Damon, love Matt Damon, one of my favorites. Tom Cruise, makes sense. Brad Pitt, makes sense. Liam Neeson with 19 movies though, that's a bit weird. On the next ones though, Tom Hanks, William Dafoe. The other guy, Takashi, he's in all the Kurosawas. And I've realised this Desmond guy is literally just from the James Bonds. That's literally the only reason on my list. And I've seen all the James Bond this year, so yeah. Directors, Hitchcock is top with 22, makes sense. And then we have 3 directors, Scorsese, Kurosawa, Spielberg on 18. Good top 4 there. Coen brothers, I didn't like them at first, they've grown on me. Then they're next, and then Nolan. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my top 10 directors are a star-studded cast, a star-studded 10. It should show me now the next ones. There we go, we got Kubrick, Fincher, Tarantino, and then the guy who does Spirited Away. So, not Spirited Away, Studio Ghibli's. But yeah, moving on to the final bit, my world map, which is just like the countries I've done. I like it. It's a good amount of green. It's a niceness to it. I like it. Which moves me on to my next thing for next year, which is I'm gonna try and do as many countries as I can. Like this year, I tried to make it fun by doing like in April I did like a musical week where I did like 50 musicals in 2 weeks. It was meant to be 1 week, but it went a bit long. But and then I had like an international week every now and again where I'd only watch non-English ones, which is why my different languages are so high. And there's just all these different ones that I kind of these weeks that I did throughout the year. Like I did a bad movies week. That was tough. And I did like a Tarantino day, and I just kind of every now and again I'll do a week. And then I also had themed days where I had like what did I have? I had like Western Wednesdays where every Wednesday I'd watch a Western. John Wick Wednesdays, Fast and Furious Fridays. I had Spy Saturdays, which was like a James Bond every Saturday. It was just this thing that like it made it interesting. I was never ever at any point in the year kind of stuck for what movies to go for. I always knew what movies I'll be watching tomorrow and the day after that. And I think that is why I'm able to do it so well. A lot of the delay in watching movies sometimes is that you kind of don't know what to go for, or you put it off. Also, I think the fact that I do 3 or 4 a day allows me to kind of branch out more. Because if you're only doing 1 a day, you need to make sure that one is one you're going to like. Whereas when you're doing 3 or 4 a day, you can risk your first 1 or 2 because it's going to, if they're really bad, you can watch a good one. You're going to get a good one anyway. Whereas if I'm only doing 2 or 3 a day, I might not have watched, all the James Bonds or this Hitchcock or whatever, because I want to make sure I watch one I'm going to like. Whereas, I could still watch 1 or 2 a day that I like and then fit a couple risks in. And sometimes that pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, so next year, or this year I guess now, is going to be hopefully a bit different. I've already started an African month, which is going very well. I've already done over half of the African countries. And it's just each month now for me this year is going to be a focus of a decade. So, this month January is going to be 1920s and African movies. That's not all I'm going to watch, but that's like my priority. And, February 1930s and maybe like, countries from the Middle East or something, or, Eastern Europe or whatever, or South America 1 month. So, yeah, I think this month is going to be, I'm not going to be able to tick off as many of the great ones because, last year, Terminator for the first time, Alien for the first time, Predator, Jaws, all these great ones I watched for the first time. I won't be able to do that this year, but this year I can rewatch my favourites from last year, and I can kind of branch out into the different decades and countries. Isn't that right, Nyla? Yeah. Yeah. Your favourite movie is, what's your favourite movie? Piglet? You like the Piglet movie, don't you? Simpsons? Yeah, Simpsons. She likes Simpsons. But yeah, so I just wanted to do a little video talk about that. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens this year. I definitely won't do as many countries, but not countries. I definitely won't do as many movies, but I feel like I'll still do a good amount. And my kind of, in theory, if I'm watching like the best movies from each decade and the best movies from each country for each month, I feel like I should have a higher average of rating because I'm kind of watching like the best of everything as opposed to like, just going through all the Matt Damon movies. Do you know what I mean? But I guess we'll see. Either way though, this year I did a very good number. Like I said, I watched it on the way to work, at work, on the way back from work. then get home, watch one or two in the evening. So it does sound like a lot of movies, and it is a lot of movies, but a lot of it was travel time or kind of like time I would just be sat on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like I'm being more efficient with my time as opposed to wasting time, I believe. But yeah, as opposed to that is the end of this video. I hope I was not being too distracting, especially when she was crying a little bit. Isn't that right? Yeah, yeah. Do you want a milk? Yeah, okay, I'll go get one. Okay. I have to go get Ido milk, but that is my video for 2023. There'll be some more movies on the way. Thank you. I've been John Haynes. Goodbye. Say bye. Say bye. See ya.